And we're live. Hello, everybody. I want to thank you for jumping on here. And I'm going to just play a little bit of music and wait for everybody to come on. This is going to be so interesting to you because we're going to take a real live look at AI Chat GPT and do it right here on the screen together. You're going to love it. Let's see what happens. This is the pre-show for the Buyers and Sellers Show. Give everybody a chance to get on. We'll get started. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be. Let it be, my friends. Let it be, yeah. Let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. We got to doing some let it be in here because this particular topic is scaring the bejeebers out of a lot of people. It's also probably the most popular topic on social media today and on these podcasts and things. Unbelievable how many people are talking about AI, ChatGPT, AI, artificial intelligence, ChatGPT, ChatGPT-3, ChatGPT-4, and all the other derivatives of it. And I've got people coming on board right now that are watching the show and actually have some artificial intelligence gurus and experts that are going to drop in. They may talk to me or not. I'm certainly interested just from the list of people that said, hey, I'm going to be there. I want to welcome you too. What this is this real practical, everyday demonstration of what it's about right here on my computer, where I've got a screen here, a screen here, a screen here. So you won't always have my eye contact like you do now, but we're going to get right into something really cool. So remember the green rule. Always do for yourself what you're asking other people to pay you to do for them. Think about that. And then how you treat others. The silver rule is do unto your vendors, the people you're buying from, how you want your customers to do to you. Think about that. And then, of course, if you ever want to get in touch with me, I'm really available. Really happy to see everybody on board here. Looks like good things are happening. And we're just going to keep moving forward here. Let's see what happens. As usual, if you're online and we're experiencing any difficulties, please chat in. And I want you to know that your comments are super welcome and your questions. And in a little bit, when we start showing the AI and doing it, I want you to even ask a question. I'll put it in. We'll see what it has to say. And when you want to know more about me, bjyskinner.com, make sure that's right. This is my website, and that'll pop up there, and you can just see where I am. And right now, we've got people on Facebook, got people. Hey, Georgie, good to see you. So glad you made it today. Thank you, Georgie. He's on LinkedIn. How about this? In case you didn't realize it, we're on Twitch. How about that? And then, of course, YouTube and Twitter, all the places. We're here for you. So thanks for coming today. Well, now let's get right into it. The topic today is real-time AI ChatGPT demonstration with your participation. So how are we going to do that? Well, I'm going to turn on the screen here, and let's add this right here to the screen. I'm going to make it as big as I can. And as long as my picture is not in the way of what we're doing, this will be fine. But I can pull it off to the side. I want to give you the best screen possible. And I want to show you something here just before we dive into it. This might be somewhat interesting to you. And this is Vishen Lakhiani. He's the founder of Mindvalley, Mindvalley, right there. And I got this, and if you go to my LinkedIn, you'll see I just reposted it again. And I'm just going to play a little bit of a start of it, because he's probably bringing one of the most interesting and valuable perspectives to this. And it's a 10-minute video, so we're not going to do the whole thing, but I want you to hear a little bit of what Vishen has to say. Here we go.
What I'm about to share, stay till the end of this video.
There we go.
What I'm about to share is going to shock and surprise you. Stay till the end of this video for a big surprise. Are you ready for one of the biggest shakeups in human history? ChatGPT, the AI model that's about to turn a lot of what we know about life and work on its head. So I recently sent this message to my marketing department. I said, if any of you are not using ChatGPT, you are already obsolete in the workplace. And if you are using ChatGPT, you probably will now be able to cut 1 to 2 hours a day off your workload. That message was sent because the more I dive into ChatGPT, the more shocked and surprised I am by just what is possible. Let me give you an example. The caption that you see here was created by ChatGPT for a video I was creating on sleep hacks. This is what I asked ChatGPT to write. Notice, it optimized the writing for Instagram. It added hashtags. It even added a dose of humor. Writing a caption like that would typically take a writer, a good writer, about 30 minutes. With ChatGPT.
Okay, so I want you to watch this video in its entirety on my LinkedIn. And if you're not actually connected to me, you'll find me, Jay Skinner, host of the Buyers and Sellers Show, right there on LinkedIn. And I encourage you to find me. You go to my website, you can click on the link. But check out what Vishen is saying if this is like, getting especially interesting to you. Okay, here we go. What's the first thing? We're going to open AI.com. So there's the website, and we're going to go to openai.com. And in fact, I need to, actually, I'm going to go back so you can see the path. Openai.com right here. Boom. And you get this really cool website. And I am going to pull myself out because I'm blocking some of the cool stuff. There we go. Let's try this. There we go. I'll do like this. Hopefully you can see it well enough. That's good. And then after we go to openai.com, right now it's talking about GPT-4, their most advanced system. But just go down here. What we're going to do is we're going to do ChatGPT, and you can click try ChatGPT. Okay. And then, I'm already logged in. Of course I am. So what am I going to do here? Let's see if I can log out so you can see the whole process. Log out. There we go. When you go to that, it's going to show you, welcome to ChatGPT, log in with your OpenAI account to continue. I'm going to hit sign up so you can see how simple it is. I mean, what I'm showing you here is all free. And you can just go in here and create your account. Put in your email address, continue, go right through the process. There'll be a telephone verification, so you might put in your cell phone. But it's really wonderful and easy, and you get what I'm going to be showing you for free. So now I already have an account, so let's do this. It'll feed this in, it'll feed this in, and away I go back into ChatGPT. That's what this is. And this is our ChatGPT website here. Now, I want you to be thinking, one of the things about this is knowing what questions to ask and how to ask them. In fact, that's huge. And I've got, it's like we can just think of something. And what I want you to do is type me a question and let's see what we can do. And there's a word for understanding what questions to ask. It's called prompt engineering. In fact, I'm going to make the screen a little bit larger, so hopefully you can really see the stuff. Okay. And let's ask it a question. And it might be, it's like, I was thinking about this the other day. I'm a Latin major. So when you conjugate Latin, you conjugate the verbs into amo, amas, amat. Let me ask it to see if it'll conjugate the Latin verb amo, which means I love, in Latin. And see if it does a conjugation. That's kind of weird, but let's see what it does. So I'm going to say conjugate the Latin verb amo. I love. And I'm just hit go. Let's see what it does. Now up here, it's spinning. This is what it means when it's working to generate the content. And if it's running real slow, then that means there's just a lot of people taking advantage of this and using this free content. But see, here it says, sure, here are the present tense conjugations of the Latin verb amo, meaning I love. Amo, amas, amant, I'm sure. Amamus, amantis, amant. Let's see if it does it. There it is. And I'm going to increase the size of the screen here and see if that helps us. Look at this. Look at this. You're really going to be able to see it. Good. Look at that. Okay. Now what? Let's ask it another. Oh, by the way, you can regenerate a response, and sometimes I'll give you different answers. Let's say you're doing a website and you need blog material, okay? And you try to figure out what smart things to say. Why don't I say, write a blog post about, I don't know, what business are you in? About buying houses. Okay, maybe you're real estate. I'm going to hit this and let's see what it says. Are you loving this? Is this cool or what? Look at this. Look at this. Look at it go. Sure. Here's a blog post about buying houses. Buying a house is one of the most significant financial decisions you'll ever make in your life. Blah, blah, blah. Significant milestone in your life. There's several essential things to remember. Determine your budget. Get pre-approved for a mortgage. Work with a real estate agent can help you navigate the home buying process and all the stuff about that. Sure, you can see all this. Consider factors like school districts, commute times. Get a home inspection before finalizing your purchase. Okay, you're saying, oh, wow, man, that is awesome. It's like pretty weird, isn't it? It's pretty cool. Now, are they just stealing content off of somebody else's website? Let's find out. I already know the answer, but we're going to find out together. Let me reduce the size of the screen again so I can see some stuff. Okay, and then I'm going to say, well, what if I was to take this post by itself and use it on my website and just change a couple little things? which is what people generally recommend about this. Well, let's say I just put it on there. I change a few things. Let's take an area here. This particular thing. Information can help you negotiate a better price or decide whether or not to proceed. We're going to go over to Google, and here's how you check this. You put the content in there in these quotation marks. Get in here and see what I did here very well. See, information can help you put it exactly the way it is, and then you hit enter and let Google think. Oops, there we go. Okay. Let's try that again. Marks there, and then hit enter. Bam. Now look, that particular string of characters in a sentence is not showing up at all on the internet anywhere. It is absolutely unique out of 49 million pages and results. So Jeff's asking, there's a question. He says, can we try taking a portion of your AMO question, enter in Google, and see what links appear, and if any of those links offer the same result? Absolutely. Let's see what we got. Can we try taking a portion of your AMO question, enter it in Google, and see what the links appear? Yes, let's do that. I'm going to go right here to back to OpenAI. Let's see if it saved my question. Boom. I got to go back to my ChatGPT right there. There it is. And see if my AMO question's up here. Yes. Conjugate the Latin verb amo. Let's see what Google does with that. Here we go. Thanks, Jeff Garbasiak. Welcome. Glad you're here. We're going to go right here, take it into Google. I'm going to put that question in here. Hit this X. Boom. Click. Whoops. There we go. And hit enter. Boom. So it says, let's conjugate it. This is the results. First, then you got Wicca University, then you got different ways of looking at it. Like simple. There you go. Cool. There you go. Versus this kind of a result. How cool. Good. I'm looking for more questions and more comments, everybody. This is great. This is exactly what I'm looking for here. Okay, let's go to another question. We've already found out that it generated a blog post here that's absolutely unique. In other words, Google's not going to look at it and say, oh, that is a duplicate or a copy from somebody's website, or somebody's website's not going to get you. So is the result close? Jeff, the results in terms of, here's the Google result. The information is exactly the same, but the presentation of the information on Google is a little bit harder to understand and pull together. I'm showing it on my screen right now. If you get a chance, the presentation is different. And it's, of course, it's the same information. However, it looks a lot different compared to the way it's presented here in ChatGPT in a more fluid, understandable, like a human being presentation might be. And the other thing is, what you're getting off of Google is a copy from some websites. And so it's, first of all, it's from Wicca University in some cases, or wherever, or in other words, you're going to other websites, and it's coming up with returns from other people's websites, which you don't want to copy other people's websites, but you would like to enjoy the intelligence that this brings. How about another question? This could be, how about if you'd like to, like, here's a question. It's like, show me, write an article about sales and selling sales and selling methods. You know, we all like sales, marketing, and selling methods. How do we say sales, marketing, and selling methods so that I can explain it to a 5-year-old? Like that. Boom. Let's see what we get. Now, get big here. It's thinking. There we go. There we go. There we go. Sure. Here's an article about sales, marketing, and selling methods that can be explained to a 5-year-old. Now, interesting thing here is that what it's trying to do, it will actually work on the vocabulary, work on the sentence structure to try to make it easy as possible for someone to understand. Well, if I was doing a blog post or something about this topic and I wanted to get something out there, I might like this, go through, change some things, because what it's doing is it's writing a beautiful article here. It's very interesting. And it says sales and selling methods are ways that companies can use to tell people about their products and try to get them to buy them. It's like when you tell your friends about your favorite toy and why they should play with it too. Oh my gosh. There we go. Let's see. We got Chalar, thank you. The results can be close because the databases are from different sources. ChatGPT uses so much databases like Google, Wikipedia, etc. Yes, but if you notice, and this is a good example right here, that it's drawing from even more than that, and then the aspect of human intelligence that they're trying to program in there is creating these posts that Google doesn't even recognize. So, like, for instance, I wrote this article here, or ChatGPT did, and you say marketing and selling methods are ways companies tell people about their products and try to get them to buy them. Okay, so I'm going to copy that. Let's put that into Google and do a search to see if that particular string of characters is in the internet anywhere on anybody's website. And then we'll go down. And it's nothing. There's no results found for that phrase or that phraseology. Holy cow. Now, that wants me to try it without quotes to get a whole bunch of other results. But the fact is that what we generated here is unique on the internet. And what ChatGPT and OpenAI wants us to do, if you go through the whole thing, is that when we use their material, they would like us to give them credit. Or and also say it was written in conjunction with, and for us to put our own spin on it and make sure that we read it and that it really makes sense and it's from our perspective and what we want to do. And I've never posted anything from ChatGPT that didn't include my own input. This is just another reference. So how important is this? Now, someone's just jumped in here. Let's see. Manuel Fuentes. Hi, Jay. How about pricing? Facing pricing resistance for price increases for commodity product line. Okay, let's ask it. Manuel, let's see what it has to say. Okay, so how would a salesperson overcome the problem of and I'm going to good. Yeah, they're asking to be noted as a co-author by credit. Yes, that's what they're asking to be noted for, as a co-author. That's what they're asking for. Yes, sir. Okay, so I'll click on this manual. I want to make sure I don't miss what you gave me here. I've got to go to this right here and say, in order for me to see this, how would a salesperson overcome the problem of facing resistance for price increases on a commodity product line? See what it does with that. Salesperson. Okay. Now this is going to guide us right into something. Again, that's this part of this whole presentation. Now it's thinking. Let's see what it gives us. And yes, Jeff, that's what we're seeing here. If you go into the specifics at OpenAI, which is this company that Microsoft has invested billions of dollars in, and I don't know the percentage of ownership, but it's got to be huge. Okay, they talk about what they ask for, and then you're saying, well, the first author since it wrote the content, it's like, however, Jeff, there's all these are things that you get to decide how you want to do it and what you want to do. But now it's coming up with the answers, and I'm gonna write in here nothing until this gets done, because it's answering the question that Manuel Fuentes said. Let's see. Here we go. It's still writing and thinking, but let's get it started. When a salesperson faces resistance for price increases on a commodity product line, it can be a challenging situation to handle. However, there are several strategies that can be used to overcome this problem. Okay, and so it gets into focusing on value instead of justifying the price increase solely based upon, and it goes into that. And by the way, I hope you can see the screen good enough that you can read it and come back, because I'm not going to read every single word in this article. But let's go here. So let's go down here. I'm going to go through it so you can see it, or you can go in there, sign up for this ChatGPT and do it yourself. Focus, provide evidence. This can include data on the cost of raw materials by providing offer alternatives. This can help. See, this gives you all sorts of things to think about on how you might do negotiate. Negotiation is an important part of the sales process. Look, it's still thinking. The salesperson can work with the customer, find a mutually beneficial solution. Building strong relationships with customers is key to overcoming resistance. I mean, it's like writing a whole chapter in a book about this topic. And the cool thing is that when we go back to Google and we search the internet for these phrases and these things, you won't find anything just exactly like it. So it's very unique. And so that makes it easier to use. So, Chelar, what are you saying here? You got an idea? You're saying ChatGPT is using the topic, not the words, also for the unique sentences. It uses deep and self-learning engine, and you can identify the paragraph that used ChatGPT or not. Cool. There you go. And if you go through it, you're going to find that I don't see many people getting anything. Now I got a network error, so I don't know what happened there, but you can see what happens. Let's see if it's altogether offline or just a network error. But the other thing to think about here, Chalar, and we're going to do something here which will be interesting to you as well. Okay, and Ron says, thank you for coming, Ron. Good to see you. Says, be careful, always verify. Absolutely. And you're posting up a link here that it won't come up in my thing where everybody can see it. But those of you that are looking at the chats may be able to click on it. But there are so many opinions and ideas about how to approach this. It's amazing. And, appreciate everyone. I mean, even the whole ethics of this is so new. What are the ethics? What are the ethics of this? Well, I'm not going to do a thing on the ethics. What I recommend is you go to openai.com, sign up, work your way around some of this stuff and see what's available to you. Oh, free. Now let's go to here. Within OpenAI, there's another program. There we go. And Ron says there's another link here. He says it's frankandmarcy.com blog, and they're saying ChatGPT hallucinations costing small business. There you go. Well, now let's look at some other things about this. I'm just showing you how it works. And you guys get to pick and choose how you want to work it and what you want to work. But check this out. This is another aspect that you can get into free when you go into openai.com. It's called DALL-E. And this is a way to make pictures, make actual, looks like photographs of something. And I'm going to say a picture of an elephant sitting on a chair eating grass. CHAIR. See what it does. It gives you free pictures and you can do, let's see what it does. I'm going to make it big so you can all see it. See, this is the one thing, the reason I'm doing this is because all the AI things that I've seen, people are talking about what it does, but nobody's just getting online, at least the ones I'm seeing, and showing you what can happen and how to do it. There we go. And Ron's showing an example of a company that can do graphics. Cool, man. Love the idea. Thank you. Glad you're here. Okay, so let's see. It's still processing here. And over to the right, you can actually see pictures that I generated yesterday of things that are in my material handling world. And so it's working on the picture while it's doing it. It's nice enough to show us other pictures for us to think about. And you can see the thing's still spinning to come up with a picture for us. Hopefully it'll come up with a picture. It's showing you the prompts that were used to get this. So while it's thinking, let's talk about this new educational world that's coming. And this is the last thing. And I got this from, well, this isn't the very last thing, but this is something that I learned from Vishen Lakhiana, who I mentioned earlier, from Mind Valley. And it went like this, that you can almost equate what's going on right now with this artificial intelligence and ChatGPT and all the derivations to the advent of the electronic handheld programmable calculator of 30, 40, 50 years ago, 40 years ago. And I remember when they first came out, I wasn't allowed to bring one into the classroom. And when I was in college in the early 80s, and I was in algebra, trigonometry combined, and and advanced courses there, we were plotting graphs and stuff, and I had a TI-55, and I could literally put the formula in to plot the graphs and find all the points. And that wasn't allowed then. Today, now it's allowed. But they had to come along realizing that rather than snubbing your nose at technology that's doing great, that the ability to program those things and the ability to use them, the ability to still think, it is required. And it's the same here with this artificial intelligence. Let's see. And what's Jeff saying here? He says, do we know if ChatGPT can further break down a recommendation, as we saw in the pricing reply, to provide a tactical implementation of the suggestions in either free or paid version? And the answer is yes. As you go into this, once it's given you a reply, you can ask it a follow-up question regarding the same topic. And it takes that all into consideration, and you end up having a conversation. What you need to do is go to openai.com, open your own ChatGPT account, and play with it. See what you think. But yes, and in the paid versions, I know it gets even better. I don't even know how you can get better than this, but I don't even need to get to that. Now, look what we got here. So it generated some pictures of elephants that I could consider using. And it said, picture of an elephant sitting on a chair eating grass, and it made these pictures. That's kind of cool. And now, could I have gotten better? Somehow it didn't get it sitting on the chair, but it got the chair. So maybe I would ask a little bit better question to get it going. And that's the prompt. Understanding how to ask the questions. The question is the answer. In fact, when I teach sales, I talk about the question is the answer. And Jeff, you're welcome. Glad you came along here. Don't go anywhere. We're not done. And let's see, Ron's saying you can ask to write in different style. Absolutely. You can write it in the style of this or that. And there's all sorts of cool things that you can do here. Now, so I've showed you this, how you can generate pictures, and you see, because I'm a material handling guy, I wanted to see robots stacking products on pallets, and there I got that. I wanted to see a picture of assembly line things, and it gave me different options. That was the original one. And then I did variations. And then I wanted to see another assembly line, more factory stuff. This is for a project I'm working on. How cool is that? How cool is that? Okay, one more place here. Now we're going to go. I'm going to show you the easy way, dub.com/J Skinner. Boom. I'm going to really take you to the easy way. There we go. Prompt engineering, knowing how to ask the questions. That's the next degree in how to do any of this stuff. So your kids are being told you can't use this to write papers. And that's the exact wrong thing. Just like we were told not to bring calculators into the classroom. What they need to do is understand how to think through and do prompt engineering. I will tell you, that's the key. Teach your people and your kids how to think and how to do variations of these conversations. Now, this is a program called dub.com/J Skinner. And Dub is a company with whom I've partnered and I'm friends with, and I use to do video marketing, sales, communications, really cool things. But what they've done here as part of the subscription here, and they have a free version, and I don't know if this is on their free version, but I bet it is on the dashboard of the free version, where they have hooked up right now into the chat OpenAI environment. And then what it does is it gives you ideas. So you've got things like, and I'm going to make this bigger so it's easier to read. There we go. They've got some of the prompts to get great things going. So like brainstorm ideas on, do research on, tell me about, write a sales script on, write an email on, write an outline on, write an article on. What would you like to do? If anybody's listening right now, and if you're live, write in a comment, tell me what you want to see, and we'll ask it a question. Write a motivational speech. What is the best way to? What is the meaning of? Write a summary. Write a recommendation for. So I would say, write a social media caption on. And I'm going to put in here, write a social media caption on life, liberty, and love. There you go. See what it says. Now it's composing, and there's going to be something on here. Life is precious, liberty is priceless, and love is the greatest gift of all. Cherish them all and live your best life. And look, it's got the hashtags and the whole shoot match in there. How cool is that? Well, let's just go up here. Let's see if that's unique. I mean, it's like, you don't want to plagiarize. Of course not. I'm going to put it inside quotation marks and hit this. Cherish the thought. It is absolutely unique. There's similar things, there's ideas, there's thoughts, but that particular sentence, exactly the way you see it there, is unique. Interesting. How about that, everybody? So, and the thing I really like about Dub is they get you started with the prompts. So I want to say, tell me about driving in Israel. Oh, I know about that. Why? Because I'm headed for Israel towards the end of this year. We're going to go over there. There you go. It can be challenging, especially in big cities. The roads are generally well maintained. It's important to drive on the right side of the road. In addition, parking can be difficult. It's important to note Israel has strict laws. Police are known to enforce these laws. Fines can be significant. Overall, driving in Israel simply requires patience, caution, and respect for the rules of the road. Nothing's telling me don't go and drive. I like that. How cool is that? So get on dub.com//J Skinner. Try it out. That's the easy way to enjoy ChatGPT and OpenAI. Well, everyone, how cool is that? Just how cool is that? I hope you enjoyed this time together and what I was able to show you here. This was hands-on, explanatory to help you get smart about this topic that is sort of a mystery to a lot of people, kind of scary to others. And I'm saying you can do it, you can enjoy it, you can be part of this AI revolution. And I showed you earlier, if you're just getting in late, go to the beginning. I show you exactly where to go, how to get signed up, and start playing with it. And I showed you how to make a picture, show you how to get some content. I don't know what else there is to show you right now. That's kind of like drinking out of a fire hose already. Let's see. Um, there's one of my good friends there from Israel. Thank you for coming by. Shabbat Sal. Thank you very much. And that's Sena Kondo. I really appreciate you dropping by, Sena. Shabbat Sal. And then Jeff says, what time savings example have you seen so far with AI chat? Caught a quick clip on a grade school teacher using the right class plan, save 1 to 2 hours a day. That's what's being presented and talked about everywhere. When I'm writing articles and doing things, then I review them and get into them. The blogs are the quantity of what I can generate and know that it's really good and pull it all together rather than individually having to do the research on all the different points is kind of amazing. But I would say easily 1 to 2 hours a day and then some. I mean, some of these things would take you days to put together. So, it's worth checking out, see what you can do. Everybody, it's over. I want to thank you for coming to the Buyers and Sellers Show. This is great. You are what it's all about. And I hope this has been one of the most, if not the most valuable AI and ChatGPT show you ever watched. If it is, share it out there, tell your friends, and come back next Friday, same time, same channel, live. And if you didn't watch it, it's on YouTube. Go to my website. All these pile up so you can review them and watch all the topics from the last couple of years, all the time and anytime you want to. And Jeff, thank you very much. Thank you for coming by. I'm glad you were here as well. Have a great day. See you next week. Thanks for coming.